Hello BookTube. In yesterday's video, I talked about the 10 books I hope to read for Remember December, a new BookTube event in which participants reread books in the month of December. MJ of Reading This Life also has created a new BookTube event for December called DNF December, in which participants give a second or perhaps more than a second chance to a book that they have previously DNF'd. Now, in the title, I'm going to put DNF December / Bail Redemption December because last year I had a personal reading project that I called Bail Redemption December, in which I gave a second or third or in some cases a fourth chance of books that I have previously bailed on. And I call my DNFs or did not finish bails after Sean the Book Maniac. So this is going to be my TBR for my Bail Redemption December, DNF December. Anyway, so there are 6 books in 3 categories. So it's 3, 2, and 1. So first I'm going to start with the 3 books, which are all history. First up is Southern Decadence in New Orleans by Howard Philip Smith and Frank Perez. So this is a history of the Southern Decadence event that takes place yearly in New Orleans. It celebrates the LGBTQ culture in New Orleans. So I had to go at this book last year, and I didn't get on with it. And so I'm hoping for a bail redemption. I'm also going to hopefully bail redeem Empires of Vice, The Rise of Opium Prohibition Across Southeast Asia by Diana S. Kim. So this is a history of opium and anti-drug law enforcement across Southeast Asia in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. I had to go at this book about 2 years ago, and it's a slog. It's a slog. Hopefully I can power through it, but if not, it is what it is. And finally, the biggest of the 3, A Legacy of Violence, A History of the British Empire by Carolyn Elkins. So this is a history of the British Empire that I had to go at last year and didn't really get on with. So hopefully I'll manage to get on with it this year or this time. Moving on to fiction, I have 2 works of fiction. One of which is a bail redemption that is long overdue, and that is The Black Book by Orhan Pamuk. I first had to go at this book in 2004 or 2005, shortly after Pamuk won the Nobel Prize in Literature. And I did not get on with it. And I've been wanting to have another go at this book for some time. Last year, I had it in my mind to do a Nobel Prize in Literature bail redemption project, because there are quite a few that I bailed on. And so I picked this back up for that, and I will hopefully bail redeem it. We shall see. And finally, or not finally, and I will also give a bail redemption shot to Empire Falls by Richard Russo. I picked this book up in 2020, I think, as part of my America 20 project, a personal reading project in which I selected 20 works of American fiction published in the last 40 years in an attempt that ultimately failed to try to get me to love literary fiction. Empire Falls was one of 2 books that I had wanted to read for a very long time, and I just had never gotten around to them. The other one being Blue Angel by Francine Prose, which I gave about 2 shots at and failed on both. So hopefully I'll have better luck on my Bell redemption of Empire Falls. We shall see. And finally, the one manga I hope to Bell redeem, because this is the only one that I have consistently bailed on, and that is Tokyo Revengers by Ken Wakui. So this is a series about a young man who starts to travel back in time. When he was younger, he was a member of a youth gang, and he's trying to rewrite his future and save the girl of his dreams, who in many of the alternate timelines that he creates through his gems ends up being murdered by some of his former friends. I love the artwork. The artwork is amazing. I'm just not entirely in love with the story. So hopefully this second Bell redemption will work, where the first did not. So that was my DNF December, Bell redemption December, TBR. Hopefully I will be able to get to some of these. That is putting my December TBR at 16 books, and there are a lot of other things I would like to try to get to, so I don't know exactly how this is going to work out. Hopefully I don't get swamped and start to bill willy-nilly because I'm buried under a huge TBR. But anyway, so that's all I got for today. Hopefully I will be back tomorrow with a response video, because there's a video that's making the round, well, a video that I watched earlier that I really want to respond to, but I'm going to wait until Steve Donahue makes his response video, because it's Michael K. Vaughan's Epic Comic Book Wednesday video. It's about Stan Lee and what Steve Donahue calls the Stan Lee virus, and there's a lot I want to say about it. So I'm going to try to make that video tomorrow. And if not, then hopefully I can do early Friday one in which I respond. But yeah. So new book tip until I see you next time. Thank you. Have a great afternoon and stay safe.